And I learned about the bioidentical hormones through a physician who certifies doctors in biologically identical hormones. And doctors should be certified because we didn't learn that much about this in medical school. And what bioidentical hormones are is that they are molecularly identical to our hormones. We can make bioidentical hormones. We can make human hormones in a test tube. There's basically three of them. Women make all three, men only make one. Women make estrogen, testosterone, and progesterone, and men, of course, just make testosterone. All right? But those hormones can be made in a test tube, and they are molecularly identical to ours. And how do we make them? We take wild yam hormones, and manipulate them slightly to make them look identical to ours. For example, if your hormone looks like this, I can make one that looks identical in the test tube. Wild yam hormones look slightly different, and what we can do is I can manipulate them in a test tube, change them slightly, and they're identical. What's great is that the body accepts them as self. And because the body recognizes them as self, there is no rejection process. There's only an adjustment, because everyone's need is different. Contrary to what the pharmaceutical companies would like to think, one dose does not take care of all women. So that's what's unique about the system, and that's why doctors have to learn, and they should become certified in learning how to adjust, how to recognize, and how to focus in on women's health issues as they're correlated with hormones, because a woman is a woman. Her whole entity, her whole being, physically, emotionally, and mentally, is relying on her hormones. Her hormones are a part of her body, every part of her body, because your molecule, your hormone, fits your cell like a key to a lock, turning the cell on, getting it to do its job, letting go every 12 hours and a new one comes in. Fake hormones don't look like your hormones. They're totally different. They will bind to the cell, but in an irregular way. And when they bind to the cell, they hang on for months. And while they're hanging on, they're irritating the cell, causing blood clots, breast cancer, heart attacks, brain fog, weight gain, just to name a few. But the biggest thing is the blood clots, breast cancer, and heart attacks. And that's why the government came out with the Women's Health Initiative in July of 2002, which stated a warning: fake hormones can cause blood clots, breast cancer, and heart attack. Primarily, breast cancer was tagged onto it. And that data was actually 10 years old. I had heard that data 10 years ago about the breast cancer. Okay, so the politics of medicine is incredible. And women's health has been jeopardized because of the politics of medicine and the multi-billion-dollar patents that are on these drugs. You see, your hormone, I cannot patent that. I cannot patent anything that exists in nature, but I can make one. I can make it identical. And just like a car key, if I make an identical car key, I can start your car, and your car recognizes it as the original. Your hormones are the same way. And like your car key, you have a receptor site in every cell of your body for your hormones. And women know that intuitively, because women know that hormonal shifts and hormonal imbalances affect every part of your body. And it's really amazing. So when drug companies, if they can make a fake hormone that looks nothing like yours, and they can have a multi-billion-dollar patent on it, they can sell it, push it, and claim that it'll do the same thing as your hormone. The #1 selling drug in the world is female hormones. The #2 selling drug, Prozac. And that's for those women who couldn't tolerate the fake hormones, and a lot of doctors said, it's all in your head. Well, it's not in your head. And personally, I'm sick and tired of women getting kicked to the curb and the quality of women's health care just going down the tubes and being dictated by the big buck, by a multi-billion-dollar patented medications. Because your insurance company will make money off of that patent. They're making some money off of it. That's why the preferred drug list was developed. The preferred drug list is dictated by their profit margin. So your health is dictated by the insurance company's profit margin. Isn't that sad? So the best thing for you is human hormones. But a lot of times insurance companies won't pay for that. Not yet, anyway. Okay, maybe someday they will. But if you're going to wait, you're going to be feeling very lousy for a long time waiting to put your own hormones back. See, what is the aging process? Aging? How many times have you gone to the doctor and you say, Doc, I feel aches and pains, and I can't sleep, and I'm gaining weight, and I have no energy, and I can't do what I used to do when I was younger, and I've got no sex drive, and I've got headaches, and everything hurts, and I'm moody. How many times have the doctors told you, you're just getting old? Well, the doctor's right. You are getting old. Because what is the aging process? It's losing your hormones. So, what's the best thing to start reversing and stopping that aging process? Put your hormones back that are missing. It just makes sense. But make sure you put back human hormones, something that your body recognizes as self, to minimize the rejection process. Now, there are a lot of things that are tied into hormones. I mentioned weight gain, and that's true. Women know that as they get older, they're going to gain weight. Men too. Why is that? Because without your hormones, you're not going to utilize your thyroid hormone. Because your thyroid hormone, your thyroid gland will spit out T4. Then you need your hormones to facilitate the entry of the thyroid into the cell in order for it to get converted to the active form. Well, without those hormones, you're not getting the thyroid into the cell for conversion. So what happens? You get fat. Why? Because your metabolism